And welcome back to Sports Weekly on IEMG. I'm your host, Pep Fernandez. Now, we saw that great run by Cal State San Bernardino men's basketball to get to the Final Four. We'll talk more about that in a moment. But don't sleep on the baseball team. The Coyotes on the diamond are number 4 in the entire country in Division II, and they had a huge matchup this past weekend. There's head coach Mike Nadeau. He's done a wonderful job with the Yotes. They are number 4 in the country, but they took on Cal State Monterey Bay, who's number 18 in the country. Big-time showdown between these two schools. First inning, the Otters, the visiting Otters, with runners on the corners, but a big out there for the Yotes. And then top of the third, after giving up a home run, starting pitcher Luke Hempel gets the strikeout against the Otters. But Cal State Monterey Bay would crank up the offense later in the third. Nico Hartojo knocks home J.J. Ingham, and that makes it 2-zip Cal State Monterey Bay, and they weren't done. It would be a big third inning here for the visiting Otters. This time, Dominique Felice ropes the double to the opposite field, to the warning track, bouncing off the fence, and a couple more runners in scoring position now for the Otters. And a wild pitch by the Yotes. That'll bring home another Cal State Monterey Bay run. Hartojo scores. He crosses the dish. And that, at that point, would make it 4-zip. And then Chase Lindemann will bring home Felice. And it was just run after run. And this was the big blow coming up for Cal State Monterey Bay. Brady Miguel, a 3-run homer for Cal State Monterey Bay, deep into the San Bernardino night. You can see the ball sailing over the right center field wall there. A 3-run shot for Miguel. It was a 7-run third inning for the Otters as they go on to win 9-4 the final score. The Yotes did get a run back here on this Daryl Ruiz double to right field. That would score A.J. Barraza. But again, not enough to beat the Otters in this one. 9-4 the final score. But the good news is Cal State San Bernardino would even up the series. They played 4 games. The Otters and the Yotes each won 2. So again, a big series featuring ranked teams. And the Yotes take 2 out of 4. A series split with Cal State Monterey Bay. We also had a chance to talk with head coach Mike Nadeau about this year's squad and how he's been able to turn things around in a couple seasons at CSUSB.
You know, the basketball team's getting called the Dino Boys, and it is a thing. I mean, being from the Inland Empire now that I've been down here for 6 years, it's a thing. You get it. Kids are tougher. I think it's tough for us to bring in kids from Orange County, bring kids in from from the beach to come into the IE to grind this stuff out. They're blue collar kids. They're kids that work hard and they're tough. Half of these kids have jobs. They're tough kids, and they come here and, man, they love the opportunity to play baseball every day. And I think some of these kids know that they've only got a year, 2, 3 left to play this game. They want to work hard and they want to win. And if you can get 35 guys all on that field working hard and wanting to win, I think we've got a chance. It's been really fun, I guess, as we have so many returning guys this year. I listened to you talk to Andy Newman. What was that? Maybe 3 weeks ago, the basketball coach, and he said the same thing. When you get old and you have guys that are seasoned, that are just they're ready to win. And I think these guys are just that. They're older, they're mature, they've learned how to slow the game down a little bit, and especially just feeding off of last year. A lot of those guys are back from our playoff run last year, and they're having a lot of fun. And I think they understand what they can do this year. I think when we came in the fall, yes. I mean, our expectations were, how do we better last year? And so what do we need to do? And the first thing we went out is we went and got some pitching. We went and got some arms that have really helped us out this year on the starting side of it, the reliever side of it. Just seeing those guys produce for us in a conference that's very offensive. I mean, this conference hits, and we knew we needed to try to slow down some of those high offensive teams in our conference, and they're doing a really good job of it. And then for us on that other side is keep being offensive. We were very offensive last year. We hit really well. Our power numbers were up, and now we're feeding off it. You lose a Kyle Sakin with 21 home runs, but now I think we've got almost everybody in that lineup's got a home run and doing well and just putting up some stupid offensive numbers, which has been fun to watch. We hope that what we're building culture-wise, the young men that you're going to play next to, the guys that we have here, are exactly what you're looking for. They want to have fun. They play hard, and just putting the right the right kids on the field. And it's just recruiting and getting those kids to take that step and say, I'm in, coach. I want to come to Fiskey. I want to come to San Bernardino and play baseball and take a chance. And we've ran into some really great kids. There's 35 of them out there right now that we recruited, and they're there for a reason. And we hope every single one of them get an opportunity every weekend, because we just want them to have success.
Coach Nadeau and the Yotes having their best season in years. And speaking of best season in years, Cal State San Bernardino men's basketball has had their greatest run probably in program history, reaching the NCAA Final Four this past year. But the guy on the far left, head coach Andy Newman, is moving on. You just kind of knew that he was going to be a hot commodity, having such a great run at Cal State San Bernardino. Cal State Northridge picking up Newman as their new head coach. They made the official announcement this past Friday. Coach Newman saying, quote, "I am ecstatic to have been chosen as the head men's basketball coach at CSUN. I plan to bring an exciting, fast-paced, team-oriented style of basketball back to the Valley." That's exactly what he did at Cal State San Bernardino, leading the Yotes to the Final Four. And again, it's probably arguably the best season ever in Cal State San Bernardino men's basketball program history. And what he did with the program in his couple of seasons there with the Yotes was unbelievable, including 31 victories this past year, which is a new program record, the most wins in a single season for Cal State San Bernardino. So now the search begins for the Yotes. Who's going to take over the program now that it is on the national stage? The Yotes are one of the top teams in Division II in the entire country. And also, big basketball news at the Division I level. California Baptist University men's basketball just going up the road to get Dominique Daniels from San Bernardino Valley College. There is Daniels, who officially signed with the CBU Lancers, so local fans will get to see him hoop it up for a couple more seasons. Daniels was the leading scorer in Southern California and was a big part of that Wolverines team that went to back-to-back Elite Eights, including this season. So congratulations to Dominique Daniels taking his talents to CBU just down the freeway. All right, that's going to do it for this edition of Sports Weekly on IEMG. Make sure you subscribe to the IE Media Group YouTube channel. I'm Pep Fernandez. We'll see you next time.